Stock futures were little changed in overnight trading Thursday as the S&P 500 heads for its worst week in almost 6 months. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average inched up just 13 points. S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq 100 futures were both flat. Netflix shares fell more than 4% in extended trading even after the streamer reported quarterly earnings that beat on the top and bottom line. Netflix's subscribers jumped 16% from the previous year, but it said it would no longer report paid memberships starting in 2025. The S&P 500 has fallen for 5 sessions in a row, bringing its week-to-date losses to 2.2%. It would be the large-cap benchmark's third straight negative week and its biggest losing week since October 27, 2023. The S&P 500 is now 4.8% off its 52-week high. The market pullback has been largely driven by tempered expectations for a rate cut soon. Economists and strategists now see the Fed waiting until at least September to lower rates and are increasingly entertaining the possibility of no reductions at all this year. Minneapolis Fed President Neel Kashkari, who's not voting on rate decisions this year, told Fox News Thursday that the central bank needs to be patient as long as it takes before cutting rates and the first move may not take place until 2025. The stock market's biggest worry right now is inflation, which is re-accelerating and throwing cold water on the idea of any rate cuts in 2024, let alone 1 or 2, said Michael Landsberg, Chief Investment Officer at Landsberg Bennett Private Wealth Management. The blue-chip Dow and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite are also poised for a losing week, falling 0.6% and 3.6% so far, respectively. The Nasdaq is on pace for its 4th straight down week, the longest weekly losing streak since December 2022. Companies expected to report quarterly results on Friday morning include consumer products giant Procter & Gamble, oilfield services name SLB and financial services firm American Express. Check out the companies making headlines after the bell. Intuitive Surgical. Shares of the provider of robotic-assisted surgical solutions rose 1% after the company posted stronger than expected results. KB Home. The homebuilder advanced nearly 2% after announcing that its board of directors authorized a new $1 billion share repurchase. Western Alliance. The regional bank stock fell less than 1% in extended trading after the firm posted disappointing earnings. Main Street investors became much more bearish in the latest weekly survey from the American Association of Individual Investors, but not by enough to keep bullishness from staying above average for a 24th consecutive week. Investors pessimistic about the outlook for stock prices over the next 6 months rose to 34.0%, the highest since early November, from 24% last week. It was the first time investor bearishness was above the long-term historical average of 31.0% since early November, shortly after the current bull market began.